Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Hello Lucia, how are you today?
Hi guys, happy Wednesday to all of us. I'm very well. And how we cannot be well, have you been outside?
I have been outside today, so lovely, so sunny, so gorgeous, everything is so good. So today, I'm just waiting for some people to join us. Hi guys, if you come and join us, please say hello. We're going to have a lovely conversation today, so please keep around interactive, write some comments, write questions. We are very happy to answer them. So today we will be talking about a lovely topic, and the topic is what to do when you can't have that one thing that we really want, all of us want. So what you're going to do. But before that, we're going to say who we are, why we're doing this, and so on. So my name is Martina Stewart. I've been living in England for 19 years. I've got two children, 13 and 9 years old. And I'm happy married with a lovely husband. And before I had my children, I was a nursery teacher, so I studied teaching in a nursery back in Slovakia, where I'm coming from. But when I had my own children, everything has changed. The priority has changed. So I have decided to stay home and be a stay-home mum. And lucky enough, I found a really lovely, flexible, I would say job, but something flexible will really give me income. And also it's flexible because I can work at home around my children and around my family, which is really good. Now, how about you, Lucia? Tell us something about
too. Hey? Yeah, great. Thank you. So my name is Lucia Hoxa, and I am a yoga teacher, social entrepreneur, and lifestyle coach. And similar to Martina, I do what I love. Not one day is the same for me. And I love that because there's variety. And yeah, why I do what I love, because why do I do what I love? Because I have opportunity to see the difference. Like really in people's faces, in people's lives. I'm able to do something which in some ways lights up people, and move them forward in life, whatever they're focusing on. So I'm learning with it. So yeah, that's me.
You're such a busy bee, I can tell, because last week you went to Slovakia, didn't you? And I've really loved to watch your videos about your yoga retreat. I know Slovakia is gorgeous anyway, but the certain place you went to, the nature, the stream, that was so nice. You had fun, guys, didn't you?
Yeah, we had amazing 5 years. I was always wondering what is possible if I merge everything, what I am, everything I learned all over the world in the last 15 years, and I package. And that happened, my dream. And I must wildest dreams on so many levels. Cool. Yes. Yeah, we are going again in September, and I think I'm going to keep on doing it till the day. so it's a. I didn't want to say till the day I die, but that's what I meant, I think.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to the same place, or are you thinking to go somewhere else? Same place. Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah.
Veronica just saying hi, ladies. So I say hi, Veronica. Yeah.
If you guys haven't been to Slovakia, please. By the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Very proud.
So, let's just crack on.
Why do we do what do we do? Actually, let's say to people. So guys, every Wednesday we hang out here with a little cup of something, or, you know, people have a lunch with us, to hang out, but not just to hang out to do blah, blah, but hang out that hopefully some of you will find useful. We are talking about things. We are always trying to, actually, the subject that what you are interested in, a little broadcast every Wednesday on that subject. So it's not because we are the smartest people in the world, there to talk about it. And we also believe that if more and more of us are sharing about things that are important to us authentically, then you know, we can make a difference to each other. What we do and why we do it.
Yeah, you always say things so nicely.
Yeah, but I mean it. And also it's delightful to hear from you. So some of you already said hi. So hello, guys. And share with us, type up, you know. Sometimes we are holding back, you know, because we are thinking, is it right? Should I say it at all? You know, it's on Facebook. Oh, wow. I want to encourage you, share with us, because the truth is, the more we share about who we are, our world, the more we are opening up. I know it can be scary at the beginning, but actually when you break through that scary bit, people who are really kind out there, who are there to support you. So let us know about your world, about who you are, and how we can support you if there.
Lovely. Right.
Yes.
So we've got 10 people at the moment. So keep asking questions, but let's just crack on. So what to do when you can't have that one thing you really, 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 really want? So what I would say, sometimes, you know, sometimes we imagine in our head, or we really want something and we want to have it no matter what, you know, and you go for it and you know, and it's not coming to you, and you just keep asking, why is it not coming to me? You know, you can bang your head on a wall and, you know, really, really want it. But I think, if you're not in the right time to have it, then you're not going to get it. So either, you know, you need to wait for something to have changed, and normally we have to change, you know, to grow bigger, or, yeah, because I really love that saying, for things to change, you have to change. And if you do change, then all of the things around you will change. So that's why I think, you know, if it's not the right time for you, then you have to take that step back and just, you know, think about it and think where I can go differently, or how I can have it. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, I would like to also mention the writing on your wall, which is literally on the wall, which Matti, and, you know, there's a saying on her wall. Do you want to read it, Matti?
Yeah, that's my affirmation, because, you know, I didn't know nothing about affirmation like 3 years back, but now I'm learning new things and I really love it. So the affirmation goes, I trust in a process of a life, and everything happens exactly now, exactly how it should, and exactly the right time. So that's how he's saying, if you want something and you're not going to get it that time, it's a reason why you are not getting it. So I love it. You know, you're not going to go and you're going to be stuck. Because if you're not having the things you want, you get frustrated. You starting to can be angry inside and think why you're not getting it. But you need to really take that step back and think about it. Why I'm not having it now.
Yeah. And maybe like coming from the space, not like why in terms of like bad things, like why, oh no, why me, but it's actually, you know, looking at, okay, it is what it is. Okay. This is not what is happening in my life right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, looking at it is like, okay, let's get interested. What is, let's have a look. And I've got a particular, now we are talking conceptually, but I've got a particular situation that is actually happening in my own life. And important thing in my life. And, you know, and I know that I've done absolutely, not 100, I've probably done 1,500% for that to happen. And you know what, guys? It didn't work out. Happen. And I was heartbroken. And, you know, afterwards, I was kind of only about my, and, you know, I was, when I was like, okay, well, you know, this is never going to happen to me. And it's going to happen to everyone, but not to me. And you know, and, you know, personal development that I've done so far. Luckily, I wasn't in that space for a very long time through different spaces. But what me was knowing and just bringing myself in that. It is sometimes in life it happens. We do absolutely everything, and it doesn't work out. And it's just what you're saying, Martina, that is not a right time, almost that I could have done in terms of doing, but something else that I still need to learn about myself, about my world. And mentioning it here, that there are several kind of things that, whether it's what you want is, I don't know, partner, yeah, you want to be with someone, or whether it's more money, or whether it's
no, I just wanted to say that you're not going to get it now, because you never know, in the future you might get something better which is waiting for you in the future. So that's why you're not getting it now, because someone knows, you know, there's a better things coming to you.
It comes down to absolute trust to what you actually read, Martin.
Yeah.
One or something, maybe something what we don't necessarily understand. Someone calls it God, Mother Nature, you know, knows better, and just having that ultimate trust in that. And actually, you know what, and it happened, to look outside of my window, it was a hailstones here in London, and this hang on my window, to look outside and see the palm tree in my garden, to reconnect with nature and understand that I am part of the nature and all is well, you know. Only thing that got me going for a few days, actually. So this is the situation where you want something, you know, you can't influence it, or you can influence it to a certain degree, but not all of it. No? Yeah. Because then there are other situations where we can actually do a lot about. So for example, you want a new job, and, you know, but it can be similar, but, you know, if you work really hard, you send the CVs, you sort out your stuff, whatever you work on, you know, if you put enough effort and time into it, in your education, so on, eventually it's going to happen one way or another, right?
Yeah.
So we can all have a different operating system, how we are trying to get something really want. But often is that in the process, we kind of, if it's not happening, we kind of, I don't know if you ever had that, like just saying to yourself, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, what's the point in
Then I start banging on the wall.
Yeah, that's a pitfall of all the human beings. long you are going to stay in that, and, you know, in that space doesn't have to be that way, because just so far, that is never going to happen. It doesn't mean anything. It's just the past.
Yeah.
And the truth is, for something new to happen in our lives, or that's how I'm experiencing it, for something new happen in my life, I really need to be brave enough to have an honest look on what is not working in my life, and be brutally honest. And most of the time, we don't want to have a look. We don't want to, you know, I was coaching one of my clients today, and I really acknowledged her from the bottom of my heart, because she was brave and strong enough to look. And it was not pleasant. You know, there are a lot of things that, you know, might not be working in her life at all, but she had the courage to have a look. And I'm always very humble. When you see things that you don't really like, at least you see them, and you don't have to waste the rest of your life surviving and complaining about things that don't work. Yeah. You can actually look and go, maybe even get a little bit angry, and, you know, but sometimes angry is good, because it's kind of go, okay, that's it, enough. And I like it when it happens, when people go, okay, you know, even swear, you know, like, X this, you know, like, it's not working, and you get angry enough, so you do something about it. Yeah. How is it for you, Mati?
No, I would say I was one of those people when I had a high, you know, a high goal or something, and if I didn't achieve it, then I was frustrated, not happy, and I would go, you know, to achieve it no matter what. And if you try it so hard, sometimes it's just not working how you said it. So what I'm learning now, it's like, if it's not going this way, just, you know, take that step back, look at it, or, you know, change a view on the thing, you know.
Yeah, it's like in yoga, we do this move, which is downward dog. When you flip yourself upside down, you're like this. Yeah. And I see, like, it's opportunity to actually physically see the world from the different perspective. And that sometimes we are too busy even to give ourselves that space. That's one of the things that I like to do, is to give people space where they can look and they can pause and they can see a little bit more clearly what's going on, so they can actually make powerful choices for themselves. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things. But the truth is, sometimes in life, I think we are in a stage of that change, like, enough, okay, I want to do something about it. And sometimes there are different times when actually something that is really not working, and you exhausted all your options. There's still another option, by the way. But sometimes we just need to pause, I think, and just kind of like accept what is. Yeah. And accept doesn't mean resignation. There is a fundamentally, like, huge difference between two. Acceptance is just kind of, I think, is just kind of saying, okay, it is what it is. And, you know, like, making a peace for now, and finding within that peace, finding the way how you can still enjoy every moment in your life, regardless whether you have that one thing that you really want or not. And the interesting thing that happens, that once we find that acceptance, often that thing that we are looking for actually comes to us rather than we chase.
I love it. Exactly how you said it. You make a peace with yourself. You let the things calm down inside you, around you, and then you give that thing, give a space to actually come to you.
to appear. Yeah, to appear. And it happens like quite miraculously, actually. It was not just one occasion that happened in my life. So it does work. It's not just a theory.
Yes, that's alive. I said that it does. It's alive. Yeah, but you need to allow.
Yeah. And you need to allow it. And often, in my case, like what happened previously, not with this particular situation I was talking about, but with something else before, which was also very important to me. You know, I was chasing. And now, actually, just now, after 15 years, because sometimes it takes time. Yeah. But the thing is, all those 15 years, that everything what I was doing, it didn't go to waste, because I'm using every single thing. Yeah. All those failings, failings, you know, when it doesn't work, you make mistakes, all that pays off eventually.
That's another thing I wanted to say. It's about a failure. Like, what do you think about, you know, loads of people think if they don't achieve it, what they've got in their mind, they think it's a failure for them. But exactly how you said it, you were kept going, you know, whatever you were working on, you did work, you know, even though you haven't seen results then, you know, now they're coming in maybe double power, you know, so.
More than that. Now it's like I didn't even dream about things that are happening in my life now. And for that, I'm very grateful. And actually, you know, before I wasn't ready. So I was like overwhelmed and, you know, my heart was going like this. And now I'm receiving it with peace, because it's.
So you got yourself
natural.
Into that level, you would say. You got yourself into that level when it's just coming to you naturally.
Yes, I just relaxed into it, and I'm like, it's trust. It really is just trust in the universe. It's still challenging, more than ever before, but it's just that trust that is flowing like that river on our retreat. It's just literally a bit wild, but it's flowing.
Yeah, Lucia just told me the story she done in Slovakia. We're not gonna go into it, but yeah, a wild river.
I almost drowned, guys, basically.
But anyway, but no one's asking questions.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we will always encourage you guys, and Martinka will always tell me, because I can't see it on a screen, what questions you're asking or what you are sharing. I mean, I know it can be, this subject is really courageous. You know, I know this can trigger the buttons. This is maybe not easy to talk about. It's, you know, sensitive subject. So we are very daring here, Martin, actually. And it can press the buttons and cause all sorts of reactions, you know. I know, actually, when I started looking into these things deeply, it was actually first, it was causing me being physically not well. But it was actually impacting me to that degree. But it's just the beginning itself to go. And if you have a support, we keep on saying about, like, have a support, allow yourself to be supported, surround yourself with the people who can support you, whether it's a coach, whether it's a system that you have for yourself. I always say coach because that's what I do, and it works for my life. Like, I've got a coach myself, or it's a yoga class. You know, surround yourself with books, with a support system that is going to help you once you find the courage to go on this exciting journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, acceptance. Another thing what I would like to emphasize is compassion and forgiveness. And, you know, everything, and this is controversial, but I'm going to say it. I know it's going to trigger something maybe, but I'm daring today. You know, I speak for myself. I know that when my life didn't work, and trust me, guys, it was times of my life when almost nothing was working. Even my health was really not that well. And, you know, it was really hard to look at it in a way that, okay, I'm responsible for this. It's not circumstance, it's not my ex-husband, it's not my other people, system, politics. It's actually me who created this kind of life for myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's painful, but one, take that responsibility and go, wow, how did I got to this place?
So what did you change then, Lucy? What would you say when you find yourself in a dark, in a low position?
Well, I remember that very vividly because there was one night on a bench. I was actually homeless in London, in Upminster on a tennis court. And I was up all night. I had nowhere to go. I had like 2 bin bags next to me with my clothes and a passport, no money. And for me, because of what I went through, I felt an amazing sense of freedom, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and peace. Although I had a massive uncertainty about my life, for me, in that moment, it was amazing peace. And till this day, it's one of the strongest experiences I ever had in my life. And in that moment, something very strong happened for me. And it was just this, it wasn't voice, but it was this thought. It was thought that came to my, and it was very clear. And it says I'm going to turn this around and make something, like something amazing is coming out of this. That started with that thought. And it took years, you know, like for me to heal, to, you know, but it was a gradual process. But then I was in a really, you know, in a pit. I actually, after I got actually really sick, so it actually got a little bit worse before it got better. But then, you know, it was, I wouldn't change one thing.
Oh, wow. And
then I just started doing basically what I'm sharing with my students, with us, you know, what we are talking about. That's why I'm so passionate about this work, because I know if I could do it and I was like in pieces, in total pieces.
I can imagine.
Survival instinct for me. So not many people know this. I'm like, this is the first time I'm actually sharing this publicly. But, you know, I think if I can do this because we all have it. I'm not special. Like what you see now is, you know, is 15 years later. And I've still got so much to learn, but I believe that anyone, whatever situation, like, is possible for everyone.
It is possible. It's hard to acknowledge. I mean, if you're in a really bad, low point of your life, I think it's hard to get that switch. So if you're thinking negative, why is this happening to me? Why me? Why me? You need to be quite strong to actually switch that thought and, you know.
Well, what is important is impulse. You know, on my retreat, obviously I'm not going to mention names or anything, but we had one participant who, you know, it was like 5 to 12, that person. And in one point I was, you know, that person wasn't even able to participate because of the health problems and so on. And, you know, in one point, I kept on generating love, and I kept on generating, you know, something for her, because that's where it starts. It starts with that belief that someone is behind you, strongly believing that you can turn it around when you are not there for yourself.
Yeah.
And it happened. Like it was like a miracle, you know, like, she came for the class and she came on a mat, and, you know, everybody was supporting. It wasn't just me, you know, everybody was generating this. And, you know, she went up and it was like a miracle. Until this day, it's happening, you know, so anything is possible, really, for everyone. Just getting quite moved by it. So that's one section we wanted to go through. And moving on to
next time as well. You need to get some tissues as well.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, but it's a good tears, you know, guys. These days, you know, I'm being moved about, you know, happened yesterday or the day before in Manchester. One of my clients asked me this amazing question and saying, Lucia, you know, what do you do with when these things happen? Do you follow it on the news, or do you how do you protect yourself?
Go on, because I found myself really low yesterday. really, really low what happened.
Yeah. So, and it was a fantastic question, you know, and I think it's important to talk about it. Although we didn't plan it, I'm watching the time, I see we've got a 15 more minutes, but I think it's worth to mention this because it's very relevant. And by the way, guys, I don't know whether this is right or wrong. I'm just sharing what works for me. Okay. So you can't avoid it. Okay. It's on the news and it's in existence, right? It's happening in the world and it's happening every day. So it's just because it's happened very close to us, we have it in our face a little bit more than other things. And, you know, so that's unavoidable. But it is how we process this information is what is important. And what is helping me is I don't watch the news. Years ago, I chose not to watch the news just because I don't want to feed myself with it. I don't want to give it energy, because where you put your energy expands in that thing. So if we complain or if we swear, or, you know, I'm not saying don't ever swear in your life, but just be conscious to it, that energy multiplies.
Yes.
And if I entertain the sorrow, you know, I was in a bombings in London in 2005. I was on a train there 10 minutes before Aldgate train done poof, you know, and that had a huge impact on me. So, you know, something like yesterday just bring back those memories. And I feel the deep compassion, but how it works for me is that it encourages me to keep on doing what I'm doing and multiply it and grow it and share it. And even this live stream, I'm hoping that a lot of people will see. Why? Because I want to be a messenger of something else being possible, the kind of unconditional love and empowerment that can have in spite of whatever is happening in the world and in our lives. And this is my driving force, basically. So there are terrible things that are happening in the world, but also there are equally, if we open our eyes to it, extraordinary things that are happening in the world.
But
and is what
I just want to say, unfortunately, we hear more about those negative and bad things. You know, on the news, there's so much just negativity and bad news, you know. And if you're saying if they would put it 50-50, people wouldn't be that scared, but it's just so much into your face. I know what happened yesterday was terrible, but hearing that in every single news and every single radio and every single telly is just too much. Yeah, I agree. At the same time, I used to actually say this a lot, that is media. And actually, just when I was in Slovakia, I had opportunity to talk to extraordinary lady who is working for BBC Morning News. And, you know, I had the most amazing conversations with her. And actually, you know, after the conversation and after know a little bit of background knowledge, what amazing job the BBC actually does in terms of, you know, filtering what is going out and really taking very responsibly of what they communicate and how. And she said to me, look, Lucia, you know, we often don't get it right. I'm not saying right to get the message. And you know, this is a big discussion and I don't even want to go there because we've got 10 minutes to go and I want to give you value. But at least, you know, I stopped myself. Now I'm very more responsible about what I'm actually saying about media, about everything, because at the end of the day, they need to report in some kind of way. And sometimes they get very wrong, but these people, at least, you know, lady I was talking to, I have a deepest respect towards her job because she is really someone who, you know, is doing it in a way that, you know, not changes, but yeah, very responsibly to leave people with information, but also leave them with similar thing that what I do actually. So
you know, that's on that note. But sorry, guys, we drifted a little bit, although it's very relevant. But let's go back to our subject. So,
yeah,
you know, what do we do what do you do when you, I need to read it. What do you do when you can't have that one thing that you really want? And maybe it will help. One of the things that I found extremely helpful, and Martinka, you can share what you are using in practical terms, because people can be watching us, listening to us, and they will go, okay, that's lovely, but so what?
How to do it?
What am I supposed to do? How to do it, what to do. And especially living in a big city, but not even in big cities, now I see it everywhere. We can get into the turmoil of things, thoughts, like millions of thoughts. We have ridiculous number of thoughts going through our head every single day, every single minute of the day. And it's almost like, how do we stay sane? It's almost like that sometimes. And I think it's very important to have a support system in terms on a regular basis, something that works for you as a person, to reconnect with yourself. And when I'm talking about yourself, I firmly believe that underneath all the layers as a human beings, if we strip all that, what is left is this beautiful soul and space of unconditional love. That's it, and creating a time and your way how you can reconnect with yourself, and then you will reconnect what is really important in your life. That's priceless. For me, it's yoga, meditation, candle bath.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going back to nature. That's why I'm creating a lot of projects that are happening, or projects, whether it's yoga retreats or yoga walks on a regular basis, giving people an opportunity to say, hey, come with us. And I don't have a time most of the time to talk about how important it is. But at least I'm giving them a space. So when they are ready and when they are like, okay, I really need that for myself, not for anyone else, not to post pictures on our Facebook, but actually I need it for my soul, because I want to be. And the truth is, when we are out in the nature, something amazing is happening for all of us, because that's where we came from.
Yeah.
So I find being the easiest way how to calm down, how to come back, from all this craziness of everyday life, of routine, of problems.
Yeah.
So getting out there in nature is, So I just want to encourage everyone to find their own way how to receive.
Right. Well, for me, meditation works really well. Yeah. I starting to practice meditation, which you can find loads of on YouTube. But one I really love, it's from Dr. Wayne Dyer. I can share that link down on the feed. He says he's using this meditation for himself. Well, he used to when he was on his own with a couple of the candles in a quiet room, and it's like the music I never heard, but that music is something, because when I'm listening to it, it's just something change inside me. It just takes me somewhere else, takes me somewhere completely where it's peaceful and everything. And also you need to say to yourself, he just exactly saying what you need to do. So basically, in the beginning of the meditation, he says what you should be saying to yourself throughout that meditation. And then it's like a 20 minutes of different but very similar music. So you don't have to practice it like 1 hour. You can take it for 20 minutes in the morning or in the evening. But guys, the music, oh my God, it's something out of this world.
Can you send us a link? Or
yes, I will post that in this feed in a comment so everyone can find on YouTube. I already shared that with my friends and they're like, what is this? It's just something. Yeah. And I just, found it when I was playing on YouTube. So that's one of those things. Meditation is like a really, really good thing. And if you think about it and watching on Facebook, loads of successful people using meditation as well, because they find themselves in a overwhelmed world. They're too busy. They've got so much to do. So just 10 minutes of the good meditation, it can give them that energy and continue to finish the day.
And do you know what is amazing is that I'm like super, I'm literally after this chat, I've got another call, I've got another call, then meeting, then I'm teaching, la, 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 la. Yeah. And people look at me on Facebook and they're going, how? Like, we don't even have time to follow you on a Facebook. No, never mind, like doing all those and preparing and traveling and, and actually, guys, I have no idea how I do it, but I've got one idea. And the truth is, if I don't have my daily meditation practice, and sometimes, guys, all it is 10 minutes, I don't have a time to sit for an hour either. But that is really setting me up for the day. And the truth is, I had people who are saying, Lucia, but we don't have time to do yoga or time to do meditation. But the truth is, yeah, when you do it, it actually saves your time. Why? It's because you are able to, it's got so many benefits. You are able to focus more. You probably do something that would take you, I don't know, I'm just throwing the numbers, but for me, okay, talking from my experience, my day flows so naturally. That's why I'm able to do so many things and, not only do so many things, but be effective in doing them and causing results for people, is because I'm able to be fully present. And so you actually save your time. Yes, you have those 10 minutes in a day, which you need to dedicate for your meditation. And sometimes you don't want to do it, but if you do it anyway.
10 minutes to just, to do something for yourself, that's nothing.
Yeah, but it gains you probably 3-4 hours of your day. Really?
Yeah.
So,
when do you do your meditation? Do you do it first thing in the morning, or do you do it when you find you like, I need to stop and I need to, calm down a little?
So it's kind of now it's like part of my day. Tea, heavy breakfast, or incorporate it in your life. It needs to be something that often, like before, whenever I have even 5 minutes, I've got this amazing, I posted to you guys, it's called Gong Meditation, and it's only 5 minutes. Whenever I fit that before my class, because I like to prepare, because it's so much more powerful, whatever I do after those 5 minutes of Gong Meditation. So I fit in whenever. But at home, I created a nice little spot where I always meditate. Maybe we can do like whole separate broadcasting on this. Not that I don't
have any spot when I can meditate. I have actually seen one of my friends on Facebook posting, or Instagram. She had like, this is my meditation spot. I was thinking, that was actually today. So is it important, do you think, to have a space for meditation? Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be, guys, like special. I mean, yeah, do it, especially, when I was doing TV, I had, I was doing live all over the world. I had people sending me photos of their, they've been setting up little sanctuaries for themselves, little candle, and this is the place where I go. But not everyone's got a space for it. So, in a house so don't wait for like bigger house to start meditation. Just find the nice spot where you feel comfortable. And, that's where you mark and you have a pee. And you kind of, it's your little thing. And yeah, I think it's important because it's your energy.
Okay.
You bring your energy.
Yeah. Well, we'll think about my space then. Say that again.
Guys, we wanna share with you that we've got we've got a little surprise for you.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a little surprise. We're not gonna say what the surprise is, are we? We're gonna say it next week. Because shall I?
Well, we actually got something concrete for you even today, but we have something else for next week and something else for the week later. Basically, we would like to reward you for being here with us and for sharing our posts, because by sharing, you are making it available for people to benefit and get something out of this, whatever it is. You know, I'm grateful for every if you tag anyone. And basically for this, we would like to reward you. And all you need to do is to, share or tag your friend. And then we'll put you in. Send us a personal message either to Martina or me.
It needs to be in one person, so it's not disorganized. Yeah.
And register that post that you will send to us, just like a little screenshot or some kind of evidence that you shared live streaming. And when you send us personal message, we will note your name and we will put it in a little poll. We are going to have a draw and we are going to select one person who is going to, and the is something that is happening this Sunday. And it's all you need to pay is for your transport. Test is covered and is gift from me. We are doing a yoga walk in countryside just 1 hour from London. It's called Grand Canal Walk. And we've been talking about flow of life. And the theme for this yoga walk that we are doing, by the way, every month is the theme for this one is flow of your life. So we will be walking by the canal, by the river. Mm-hmm. And it's either 4 or 8. As I can send you details actually in the chat here. If you want to join us anyway, you're very, very welcome. Or become a free member to know about next walks. You're very welcome. But one of you we are going to draw and we are going to give you this as a gift. You don't have to be a yoga practitioner, by the way. A lot of people who are joining us have never. So it's a day for you, and looking outside, I think it's gonna
be a gorgeous weather anyway. You were breaking up a little, so I'm just going to say it one more time. So if you like this video and you would like to share it and get a lovely freebie from Lucia, which is going to be a walk on Sunday. Is it this Sunday?
It is this Sunday, yes. We are meeting at the Euston station in the morning.
Yeah.
Take the train.
Basically, what you need to do, you need to share this video on your timeline and make a screenshot of it. And I think they should send it to you because you are giving the walk.
Yeah.
So send the screenshot to Lucia on a messenger. Then we're going to put the people together and one of them is going to win it. Lucia, I think I've got my delivery now.
Oh, yeah. Go, darling.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Okay. Shall I just stop it then?
Yes. We are going to say bye-bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Bye.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.